యా నెట్వర్క్ ఇష్యూ ఉందంట. రోహిత్ అండ్ నాగూర్.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. So let me start.
Good morning.
Yeah, let me wait for 2 minutes. I think other persons also there.
Yeah.
So anything practiced? Have you people?
Yes, Pavan. It's changing
Okay.
the users and all we are using.
Okay. So let me proceed to the sudo. Let me share my screen. Okay. So yeah. So today topic is that sudo access. So first of all, we need to know that what is a sudo access. So basically, when you're coming to the user management, we are having the two types of the major users. One is root user, and the second one is that non-root user. So root user and non-root user. So root user means who are the persons like a admins or managing people. So who have the stability and ability, especially the architect. Okay, so there is some set of the persons only. They will be having the root access privileges. Nothing but root is something like that boss. So he can perform anything. He can perform the anything into the operating system side. Nothing but creation, deletion, modification without asking any questions or without taking any approval. They can perform by the root user. So that is the reason most of the companies, they are not providing the any access to the root user. For example, let it be in a team 30 members are there. 30 members are there. So let it be I'm not placing the any kind of the sudo mechanism. I given the root access to the everyone. I given the root access to everyone. So the problem here is that let it be there is a 5 members in a shift now. 5 members in a shift now. So these 5 members, whenever they are performing any kind of activity, let it be one person is working on user management. There is some user management ticket came. He is working on particular ticket. There is a one more guy is there who is working for the like a file system troubleshoot. There is one guy is there. There is a one of the file system. Let it be one of where file system is occupied. So he joined into the call, nothing but he is working into the particular issue. But the thing is that both of them are working into the same server. Both of them working into the same server. There is a third guy who is performing some changes. Let it be some patching. Is performing some patching. So there is some scenario after patching, he went for the reboot. So nothing but here, 3 types of the persons working on the same server, 3 types of the scenarios. Now the situation is that everyone has login as a root user and everyone is without taking any approvals or anything, they are proceeding. So in this situation, the chances are that we may lose the control. We may lose the control. So what is exactly the control in the sense? Who performed, when performed, what is the situation? Okay, those type of analytical. So analytical and analysis we can lose. So these are the information we can lose at the any moment of the time. So that is the reason people are when you're trying to control this one, we are not giving the any privileges to root privileges to anyone except few one. If you want to give the root privileges also, we are going with a different mechanism that is called sudo mechanism. So non-root users means whoever are performing any kind of activity, nothing but application team, middleware team. So everyone they are calling as a non-root user means they are not using the root privileges. They are using their own credentials to perform the some type of task. Okay, so what exactly the sudo will perform here? Okay, so right now we are not giving the sudo access, nothing but root access to everyone. Now sudo came into the picture. Sudo will give the control. Sudo will be having sudoers file. So this file will be, as I said you earlier, in a Linux when you are dealing with any kind of thing, we are making a one noise that what is the basic file of particular service. Let it be user management means /etc password and /etc shadow, and here /etc sudoers. So this is the particular file. All the configuration file will be there into the /etc. This file will be there into here. So once sitting on here, people will be going to be managed and access the things. So what exactly thing means? In this sudoers files, there is a lot of existing mechanism will be there. What exactly the existing mechanism? For example, app user, non-app user, and a database user, something like that. There is a lot of configuration will be there. Here we are declaring specifically, let it be there is a one RAM is the one of the user. So this RAM user, usually we are giving privileges in the same way. For example, if you can see the document, if any one of the guy, if you want to give the privileges means we are defining like this. For example, demo user or RAM. All is equals to all. Nothing but he can perform everything. But coming to here, I restricted everything he can perform, but only this command only. Okay, nothing but except this command if you want to perform it, he don't get access. There is a lot of commands also we can inject here. Means We are trying to control use this only. Use this options only. So whoever will be the user. So usually whenever dealing with any kind of the user management activities, okay, for example, there is one new engineer required means that new engineers. So we are defining like this, nothing but usually if they are not providing any information means we are giving all space all. Okay, nothing but like this. Like this. So directly we are giving all option. For example, we don't want to be go with unnecessarily situation. We want to control the user by mechanism means we are giving these things. That should be one password, one command, or two commands, or whatever it may be. We are controlling nothing but user having the access for these things only. Except of these things, if you want to try to reboot the server, start the server, or expanding the thing, any type of activity he's trying to perform means we are not allocating. So that is the beauty of the kernel mechanism. So here the sudo file is a very common environment, nothing but most of the times when you are dealing with any kind of patching or any kind of activity, we are using this one. So let it be, if you can see that, come to the topic. Sudo is a stands for the super user do, nothing but it is a parallel mechanism for the root, and he can perform all the type of the activities here. It allow permitted user to execute the commands as root or the another user based on the defined secure policies. So the policies will be defined by the particular team or application team. So for example, being a root user, let it be you are the one of the user, you people are performing some kind of L2 activities or L1 activities. So based on your requirement, based on your jobs and responsibility, the policies will be defined here. The policy is defined stating that, okay, there is one user called ABC, that particular user, he can perform into the these type of the actions. He cannot perform these type of actions, nothing but we are trying to control the particular user by using the specific commands. So bottom of the line, one single line, whether you can give the entire permission by using the all, or if you want to control the any one of the users means we can go in with a mechanism called what are the commands we can define or we cannot define. So here, what are the commands are we are defining, those information we are going to get the feed from the users only. Means let it be there is a one web application stream is there. We are going to ask you that being a web application, what type of activities you receive. So they mentioned that I always need to check the website. Okay. And I always need to do the manage. If anything expansion there, I need to stop and start. Okay. There is a kind of request they place. So in this request, when you are dealing with any kind of activity, so we are going to take up by inbuilt mechanism and we are executing the things. Means normal user it is not executing means we tried with a sudo user. Sudo is nothing but the parallel mechanism to root. So sudo will be get a control of thing and he can able to manage that very fastly. So let it be sudo is we are calling as a parallel to the root. Okay, so root access for giving the privileges is always dangerous. So that is the reason we are going with the non-root access. Let it be. I'm checking the any one user will be there. So here there is one user called hello. Hello is one user. ID space hello. So this is the particular user is there. Let it be. I'm switching as hello. Now ID is that hello. Let me try to yum install http star. So I'm trying to install this something command. It is stating that I'm not having the root privileges. What exactly it is saying? Under the root user is most systems. Okay, this command has been run with the super user privileges only. Means I logged in as a hello. So instead of hello, you can think of that there is a web application, access, Tomcat, Java, whoever will be the application team, they will be performing. So their responsibility is that they need to install some package. So they will raise the ticket in this stage. Hi, Unix team or Linux team or infra team. So we are trying to access the one server. Okay, it is connecting. But where exactly, when we are trying to install any one of the package, it is not taking up. It is going to be in different method. So that is what exactly the requirement it is. To overcome that one, people are going with a mechanism called sudo. Means right now we are giving the sudo privileges to the this user. So let it be. So what I'm going to do, it means right now I can give the access to the this particular file. So this is the particular path of the file. Just a cat space sudo is. So right now I'm as a user, so I don't have any access. Cat space sudo is. So if you can see that this file will be consisting of lot of information. So everything is commented only. If you can see that here, there is a host information, command line, networking level. Some of the commands are there. Okay. If you can see that software level, some of the commands are there. Services level, some of the commands are there. Okay. So in the same way, here there is a lot of the inbuilt command. It is commented. If you want to means we can use it. So now my requirement is that I need to install the yum install. Okay. So yum install, if you want to install means whether we are going with a first we need to define the user. Okay. So let it be I'm defining. So in production environment, when you people are going with any kind of activity, the first phase is that we have to go with a change request. We need to write the change request to the this particular activity. Once it's done, okay, so we are going with a cp command, cp space /etc. sudoers.bkb, something I take a backup. Why I need to take the backup? The purpose of the backup is very clear. When you are dealing with any kind of activity, if something wrongly you edited the main file means from the backup you can fetch the data. Nothing but, for example, backup of the thing is a very mandatory into the production environment. For example, today you have a meeting. When you are performing the meeting, you are managing the things and all. Let it be that is not happen because of the things are not went to, it's a particular thing. So here, so I'm going to edit this sudo's file. My requirement is that I want to add the hello particular user like this. There is a one user with a hello. I want to add like this. So how I can add it? By using the nano command, nano space sudo's. So nano space sudo's file I entered. You can come down. So you can enter at any moment of the time. For example, the people are going with a specific things. So there is anything we can do it. Hello space all equals to all space all. So here what exactly viewing means? Hello, every command. First all define the every command. Second all define the you have access for everything. Third I'll define you the root privileges. Here I'm giving the access for entire services. Nothing but so entire services we given a access. So let it be in the same case. Now we can see that So the command diff command will help you out. So let it be. I don't have a time to go through everything. Just I have a need to know that, okay, what I done or someone is done on the server. Okay, this type of information they need. So the thing is that the diff command will help you to differentiate between the both files. Here I'm differentiating from the my backup file to the current file. So this is the way how we are going to identify that whether it's a added or not. Okay, so here let me try. So once I added, okay, so I'm going to perform the sum of actions sudo hello m install http star. Okay, so I need to restart the services. Okay, I place the things and all. Okay, so let me restart the services. Hello, we added. Okay. Sudo. Now we are going with the sudo command. Okay, let it be. I'm switching to the hello. Okay, so let it be. I'm trying to install this one. I got this error. Now the same command I'm trying with the sudo. Okay, so here it is asking the some password. Let it be whatever the password I given. I'm giving the password. I think I forgot my password. Yeah, my password is working. Okay, so now if you can see that here in the first stage of the thing, we are trying to give the command directly without sudo. Without sudo, when you're trying to install or when you're trying to install some package into the server, it is not working. It is prompting that you need to have a root access. So as per this particular thing, we are going with the sudo privileges. For example, since the sudo file, this particular user, he have a access, nothing but he have a all and all access. So that is the reason he can able to perform the thing. So directly I can go with yes or no. I can install the package. So there is a one more scenario. Usually coming to the production environment, the thing is that you are going to get a some kind of the request. For example, we need to add the user into the sudo.s file, or we need to perform the some kind of activities into the sudo.s file. Or, okay, or for example, we need to attach the some of additional information into the sudo.s file. Let it be I'm going with this command. Again, we are going with the nano. So what I'm going to do it here. So I'm going to perform the some kind of additional activities. So for example, hello, I given all and all. I don't want to give the all and all, nothing but I don't want to give the nothing but everything and I can perform. So I don't want to give the everything he can perform by using the thing. So that is the reason what I'm giving. I'm going to give a particularly the commands. So let it be these are the commands. I define that. So here, one is for the starting of HTTP, stopping of HTTP, restart of HTTP. Means only these three only are given. Okay. So let me go with the Control O, Enter, Control X. So again, I will go with the diff command. So these are the something additionally I modified. Let it be switch as a hello. Switched as a hello. Now Again, yum install http star. I got an issue. Okay, so let me use the sudo. Sudo is prompting. This time it won't prompt for the root password because the last time since we are the first user, it will prompt for the root password. So in this command without thing also it is performed. So it is installing. Let me I'm approving to install. So it is installed. If you can see that. Now the thing is that so this is the command start httpd. I'm trying to start. Okay. Here it is stating that authentication is required. Means we need to perform the. So this time it is started. Nothing but this time it does not ask anything. So because of we've given a privileges into the sudo. Let it be. I am performing. These are the three operations. Instead of this three, let me try with okay SSH. So here with the sudo, I'm able to perform the sum of operations directly here. So whenever we are controlling any kind of, so sudo is also, we have a log file /var/log, go to the ls. So whenever you're performing any kind of additional information, the data will be procured here. Nothing but all the information will be into the this particular file. So let me go here. So whenever you are using any kind of testing and all, or any kind of uh, activities, you need to go for these are the two major files will be there. If it's a Linux version, CentOS, you go with a secure file. If you are Ubuntu, you go with the auth.log file. So let it be here. Mine is a Linux version.
Pawan, we added that command into sudo user file, correct? So it should not work, but here it is working, right?
Which one?
That three commands were added. Okay, we given the
Three
all
comments we added.
permission. So it should not work. Those commands should not work, right? In the
No, those commands are working. Okay,
but
but
apart
additional.
from that, we use SSHD, right? So that is not mentioned here. So how it is working?
But it is have we mentioned additional SSH all given, right? So that is the reason it was
Mm-hmm.
working. Okay, so that
So
is the
what
reason.
is the reason for adding these commands specifically again?
No, if you want to go
It's-
with a specific commands means we can add it. Okay,
Okay.
some of the cases, okay, people are going with this type of the things. For example, there is some of the things I don't want to go with that one. You can give the full-fledged privileges. In the time, I'm going with the all and all. Okay.
Mm, mm, mm,
Means
mm.
the application team they will come up and stating that you can perform this only or you can
Okay.
perform all the things. Okay, so
Mm.
that is the way we are going to give it. Okay,
Okay, so if we have to avoid all the things, then that all will
yeah,
remove, right? In whatever bracket
yes,
is there, that will.
yes, if you can see that here. So this is alias. Here they will mention the set of commands. Okay,
Mm,
so nothing but some of the teams, usually application team, they will come up, okay, we will be having the sudo privileges, but these are the things only I need to have. Or most of the times, this type of the request, they will come with full access only. Because if you want to do the workaround, you cannot do workaround only with these three commands, right? For example,
mm.
you are working on one HTTP application. Sometimes it's a start, sometimes it's a stop or something. You want to check the port number, you want to check the some additional things, or you want to check the logs. Everything it is blocking means you cannot proceed, right? You will be depending on server team,
Sudo user.
right?
Yes.
So that is the reason what they will tell you. give the access, okay, and you can track it. Okay, give the access, you can track it, and if any issue is happening, we'll take the responsibility. Okay, so
Mm.
that is nothing but, so something if it goes wrong also, for example, suddenly server is rebooted. Okay, so we are going to track it with, okay, what exactly they happen, who will be logged in here. Okay, so for example, if you can see that here, this guy is not having any access for this one.
Mm.
Okay, so that is the reason we are giving the access, and we can see that who particular person is joined, when he joined, what are the command he executed, and when he executed, when he closed the session. If you can see that here, everything we can track it. So
Mm.
then we are going to raise a question, boss, why you people are done this one without informing anyone? Okay,
Mm.
so this type of the questions, this will be we are performing at the time of like a R&D or root cause analysis, because some of the times the application team also they need some access, because every time they will come and they cannot knock the door of administration team, right? I need to start
Mm.
this service, can you do that one? I need to check the status. For example, they're doing some analysis. Okay, analysis cannot be end up with only this var log only, right? We need to
Yes.
check the sum of additional command. Maybe due to the your file system is full, services are not running. That is also happening, right? Because you are
Mm.
installing your services on one of the application. So that is also
Yes.
happening. Now I need to compress or I need to do the some kind of activity also. I cannot minimum thing. I'm not going administration thing. Minimum L1 activities. Okay, basic
Mm.
L1. Beyond the L1, if you want to perform anything means we are trying to suppress the unnecessarily dependencies. Okay, and meanwhile we are controlling the system also.
Mm.
Means what you are doing, what you are not supposed to do it. I can have a right to ask, boss, you logged in this time, you performed this time, you checked this time. Okay, what exactly is happening? And you change the password of the hello. Why you change the password? You should not do, right? Okay,
Mm.
then we are trying to control the users. Okay, we are giving the privileges. It's something like that, in your family, your father given a privileges to you. Okay, you can do and you can wish, you can whatever you can study, but it should be in our budget. It should be in
Mm.
our particular thing. Nothing but giving the privileges, meanwhile controlling the to avoid the unnecessarily manual issues. Right? That's the same way we are
Yes.
doing. For example, if I'm not giving this one, the guy will come that, boss, I need to check the port number 22 is running because there is some dependency services there. Okay, for one command, he will come and poke you every time. Check it, check it. It's very important. It's a very important. So we cannot spend time for one command also, right? Maybe from our side, that's
Correct.
a very small, right? From their end, this is one of the dependency. Or he want to check the SSHD service status. Okay,
Mm.
otherwise he want to check the some gateway if config -a information. Okay, these are the basic necessary things. Maybe he's working on some especially backup team, database team, whenever they are performing. These are the basic things, right? So the
Yes.
ultimate of the sudo is that, okay, we need to be monitor and we need to be given privileges also. Okay, if
Mm.
everyone is having the root access means everyone can do that. Okay, but here we are controlling with a kind of monitoring mechanism. Okay.
Mm. And from these logs, we can identify that means from
Mm.
which machine request is coming, like MAC
Ah,
address of that,
yes, we
IP
can pull
address
out
of that
the for
machine.
that one. We need to place the MAC address. There is a one more log rotation. We need to place it. For example, right now with the user information only, it is coming. If you want to pull the MAC address means, okay, which user he logged in, which MAC address, which IP address also we can pull it. There is some
Okay.
kind of the scripts we need to be placed. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
their same sudo file. So what the monitoring team and all what they will do means they will add some of additional scripts also. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
nothing but which IP he logged in, which MAC address he logged in, and which VPN location also he logged in. Usually we are connecting with our VPN, right? Let it be I'm
Yes.
connecting to the Bangalore VPN. Okay, the same company it is having in Mumbai. You logged into the Mumbai VPN.
Mumbai VPN.
Okay, let it be most of the Bangalore people who are working with the Bangalore VPN only. There is some kind of issue happening as a dependency. Maybe we are taking some while Mumbai VPN. Okay, so here VPN is a problematic. For example, I logged in as a Mumbai VPN, I done the something. So VPN I cannot take in as sustainability, right? Then I'm going to
Mm.
take it at your IP address. Your IP won't change, right? Your MAC is
Yes.
won't change, right? So these are the additional permutation and combination we are going to place it at the time of tracking. Okay, there is a some of the additional scripts we need to be place it into identify that one. Okay,
Mm.
so
Okay.
actually I'm working for the one of the Ubuntu server actually. So this is one of the Ubuntu server in my company. Okay,
Okay.
so here, so same other type of the servers only. Okay, here also we are placing the some kind of mechanisms. Okay, nothing but who logged in and when logged in. That type of the scripts also we placed into this one. I will show you that time one time of the scripts. Here also we place the some sort of the scripts also. This is Ubuntu server. This client
Mm.
is have the same issue. He don't want to be spend a lot of amount, but he need to identify that. Okay, there is a lot of application teams are logging for the same protocol. We need to identify with the at least the MAC address. Okay, so we
Yes.
implemented the same thing here. Okay, so I will show you one second into the practically. Okay,
Mm. Mm.
so hope
Yes.
you people understand right the concept of the sudo. So coming to the production, most of the times we will come up with a request. This guy is not able to sudo it. Okay, let it be this guy is not able to sudo. Okay, maybe he's not a part of sudo's file, or
Mm.
maybe some of the cases your network also some of IPs will be blocked. Okay, for example, if you are using Azure environment, AWS environment, there is a kind of security group. Security group. So that is what exactly they call network team. The network team side also something it is not allowing. Maybe it is denying. Okay, that is also some reason will be there. That is also we need to check it out. So nothing is majorly we are only performing. We need to work with the dependent teams also. If any issue happening also, we need to check with our dependent team and we need to be proactive will be moving on here. Okay. So first of all, whenever the user saying that he is not able to log in, he is not able to perform means first collect the info, collect the entire information. What exactly the issue and what is the error code? We need a primarily error code and from where he is trying, from which location, whether from the local, okay, from the jump host or from the any management VPN. First collect the information, then only you can perform. And meanwhile, we have to collect one more major area from when he is facing issue and any of other teammates also. Take reference teammate ID. Now, by comparing the teammate of reference ID, I can understand that maybe this particular person is not having access. Maybe he is not a part of sudo's file. Maybe he is not a part of anything. For example, if you can see that here, cat/etc. You can see that here. Some of the cases we are going with a, if you can see that here, root, here root is allowed. Okay, some of the cases we are defining you that okay particular users, okay particular user, and some of the cases we are defining you groups also, nothing but which groups we need to be having access. Nothing but which storage team, nothing but entire storage team, they can perform this. Nothing but set of groups also. Maybe he's not a part of this group. Most of the times we will get the request stating that the user is not a part of sudo as well. For example, if you can see that here, I added you hello. Hello is one of the user. He's supposed to be have a sudo privileges. So that is the reason we added into the hello. For example, let it be I have a one more user, Apache. Apache is a user. Now this user is saying that he cannot able to sudo. What I will do? First of all, I am checking this guy is there or not. Not right. If you can see that here, his colleague hello is will be having he's a part of sudo as well. But the person who requested that he mentioned that he have access issues. That person is not a part of Apache. Nothing but he's not a part of sudo as well. So that is the issue we identified, right? So that is the reason when you are dealing with any user, that's always recommendable. Collect the clear information, any reference issue, or from when he's facing the issue. There is a lot of times, especially the security teams, they will do the auditing. So every 6 months once, 3 months once, which are not authorized users, which users are not having the access, they will remove it. For example, maybe this user, Apache user, earlier he is a part of that. Okay, because of his he want to perform some migration and all, he took the some approval for the 1 week. He he he's accessing. But the thing is that here two things will be we need to perform. Being administrator, we will get some request stating that Apache user is one user is there. We need a sudo privileges for time period. Nothing but let it be one production is there, or let it be one migration activity is there from January to July. Okay, so this is the time period they requested. So January to July, I given the privileges, nothing but I added. Now this guy came into the August, stating that he come with a very angry and shouting everyone, stating that I have a lot of privileges earlier and all I am using from the last 6 months. Now why it is not happening? Because the security team or audit teams, these are the teams they are going to validate. Okay, this guy is there or not. They are going to validate. This guy time is end up. Nothing but they will remove it. So we need to mention that it is not exist into sudo as well. Means maybe you lost your access. So we have only one option that change request. You have to raise a request to add it and get approval from manager or point of contact. Who is the point of contact? Who will be the part of that particular account owner? Okay, he need to get approval. Once it is approved, then only we are going to add it into the server. So here we are not adding. That's the same case as I said you earlier, user management. We are not adding any user blindly. We need approvals. We need a standard security methodology. Then only we can perform the anything. Without that, we cannot able to perform any kind of activities. Okay. Any doubts here?
No.
So this is a very sensitive because see when for example if you can see that here this guy is a part of that. Okay, uh, he will come and most of the cases the users who are having this type of access issues and all they won't come and listen everything. They will keep on shouting stating that earlier I have, but it doesn't mean that now you don't have means there is some issue will be there. Maybe you did not part of that one or you were a part of that one. Maybe the way you are trying is something different. Okay, that is also happening, right? Or maybe your VPN level something is blocking, network level something is blocking. Anything would be the reason. So to answer these all questions, always we need to go with the mechanism. Take this his alternative IDs, means his colleague ID, his manager ID, any clone of ID if you can take and means then only we can able to perform the things. Without that, we cannot able to answer their questions. Okay. So that is the major compatibility things into the production environment. So Noor, hope you understand, right? Any doubts?
Yes.
No, sir.
All clear? Okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
So Mohan, you అర్థమైందండి?
It's good. Okay.
Okay. So especially into the entire user management, so we come across with okay normal users, okay, like a super users. Super users means like a root users. Then the third one is that pseudo users. So these are the primary responsibilities we have to take care. But only one thing we need to be cautious at the time of add, delete, or modify. Whatever you are performing, anything. Okay. So you need to be performed by using the approval. By using the approval only, you need to be performed.
Yes.
These are the major things we are going to perform into the production environment, especially at the time of patching, at the time of migration. People will come and force you to do it. I'm the manager saying, do it. I'm the person saying, okay, be with the process, be with the process. Okay, can I take you the acknowledgement? I will send you the same by mail and please approve right away. I will add it. Okay. If your managers later on, if you come and ask you also, see, yesterday there is one kind of escalation is happening to the my team only. So one of the user he come across, he stated that there is a usually if you want to install, if you want to perform some activity means we need a change request. Now user come into the picture in hurry and burry, stating that I am the owner. I need to done this one immediately. I will perform the change. I will create a change later. So one of my engineer, since he is rushing, he performed the activity. Means he want to do the some changes into the some of the configuration file. Okay, some of the changes. He need to restart the some services. He performed. After he performed, morning audit team came into the picture. That guy, after completion of work, he did not created any change. He left. Okay. So my engineer also he asked over call, but he did not send an email. He asked over call, but he is not having any proof. So end of the day, next day, audit time, there is a worstly audit is happened. The audit time, the guy came, especially the change team. The change team came and asked that who the hell to perform this activity. They don't bother about the customer, right? They are sticking on the process. No, we conveyed. The guy is conveyed. No, actually, they are rushing because of this activity. They are losing some data, blah, blah, blah. Without any second thought, he escalated. He escalated to my manager and delivery head also. Direct delivery head means, see, just think of that. We help the user, but in front of the delivery head, it will become a I done the some mistake, right? Means I means
Correct.
whoever the perform
Engineers.
engineer. So in this moment, to get make this everything should be perfect, we need to go again. We need to speak with the users and we need to ask them. Now his work is completed, right? The probably the way of response will be less, or they won't take the accountability. So that is the reason. What exactly do we need to do it here? For example, let it be the guy asking for the same thing. We need to create a proofs. First mail. First mail. Nothing but, hi, as you expecting, these are the things we need to be done. Okay, as per the production need, we can do it. But I am sending the mail. You can respond with a approve or a deny with your status. Second thing, chart. Whether the whatever the chart is happening, keep the snapshot of that. That is a very important. Then only you go and you inform to your manager. Do the one, let it be night time also, morning time also, have a word with him. Boss, this is the situation user is forcing. But safer said, I sent a mail, I taken the snapshot about his word and his commitment. But still, okay, I want to inform you, safer said. Now, all the three types of the things are done. Now he completed work. Work is completed. Next day, again, the change team came. Change team came and he's asking the number of questions. Now my manager is having the full of confident, or let it be he won't disturb my daytime because I work for the night shift. Let it be daytime, he won't disturb. He will mention that we have a mail, we have a snap also, means the user is forcing my engineer to do it as it's related to the production issue. We performed with a, since BAU operation we should not stop, means business operation should not stop. So we performed, we helped the user. So, but the thing is that the user is not created. That's all. So now the ball is into the user code. You got a point, right? Only one situation, the way of handling the issues is a very important, because when you into the production environment, there is a very small issue also. Unnecessarily it will be pointing out our efforts and the situations. So that is the reason, don't trust anyone. Create an tickets, create a mails, create a chain of mails, and perform 1 minute late also not an issue. But without proof, if you perform it, you, that mistake is ours only. We have to be take that mistake in our hand, and we need to prove ourselves we are right. Okay. So that is the kind of the situation. So be cautious. So that is the reason why I'm blending the process this much means. See, maximum there is a user management. We have some 10 commands will be there. The 10 commands will be, we can wind up in half an hour. Why I need to place the three days of the time means this is a very important. Every day you will be, your day will start and your day will be end up with this type of situations. So that is the reason I have to spend the quality of time on technology and the process also. Process you need to be understand, and technically also you need to be more. Okay. Hope it's clear, right? Any doubts? Mohan
No,
Garu,
got
Nagar.
it.
It's a clear, right? Okay. So please go through the things and all. Okay. And do let me know. So once this all completed, we are not stopping here. So tomorrow we are going to start the one of the major topic called LVM, Logical Volume Manager. So if you're going with okay, interview questions, user management minimum 2 questions will come. Okay, booting process usually one, sometimes it will come, or basic fundamentals. And LVM is one of the major thing. We are having approximately 7 to 8 scenarios will be there. Okay, there it is also, it will take you the 3 to 4 days of the time. LVM is one of the major L2 L3 activities. We need to know that if file corrupted, how we can recover, how to create, how to destroy, how to expand, how to remove, and how to sync up, how to write the request to the storage team. Everything we are going in detail, process by process. Then we are going with the patching and all. So these all are major activities. What are the we are discussing right now into the track. Okay. So
Okay.
tomorrow we are going to discuss about the LVM. Please go through the topics till now, whatever it is happened. If you have any doubts, just do let me know. Okay. So at the time of process ending, otherwise, just keep a hold of that. We can discuss. Okay. So, but please be practice only the help you out to understand about the technology and process. Okay. Hope it's clear. Let's do it. Have a nice day, guys. సో ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉన్నాయండి మోహన్ గారు? ఎవ్రీథింగ్
నో అండి.
ఓకే. ఓకే అండి. ఐ విల్ కనెక్ట్ విత్ యూ. ఓకే. ఓకే. నాకు ఇట్స్ క్లియర్ రైట్? మీకేమైనా ఉన్నాయా డౌట్స్?
No, sir.
అర్థమైంది కదా? ఓకే.
Uh,
ఓకే రోహిత్. ఎవ్రీవన్. థ్యాంక్ యూ
Yeah.
ఎవ్రీవన్. హ్యావ్ ఎ నైస్ డే.
Bye.
ఓకే. యా ప్లే.